My name is Michael Veld. I'm the founder of Veld Mergers and Acquisitions.
My name is Ryan Clark, Director of Sales, Veld Mergers and Acquisitions.
My name is Robert Rodriguez. I am a operating CFO, to put it shortly.
Ryan, Robert, and myself are the core team. Robert and I met as altar boys in the 7th grade at St. Anne's. We were playing freshman football at Bishop Gorman, which was next door as a high school. We met Ryan then. We all immediately became best friends. We kind of went our separate ways after college. I worked for corporate organizations. Robert ran a lot of accounting shops, or was in accounting departments in a number of companies. Ryan has started his own firm, and he was doing sales to businesses. So we all had different skill sets. We took different paths. We all became very, very top at our respective games. And then after I had graduated from business school, we came back together in Southern California.
Well, we started out as a consulting firm and doing business valuation. What we found is that most of them wanted to, at the end of the day, sell their business. So we became a brokerage firm about 2 years into starting the valuation and consulting business because most of our clients did want to sell. And we used our background, our skill set of the valuation and understanding financials to really help prepare the companies for sale.
We like to work with all clients of all sizes, but Veld Mergers and Acquisitions is very specific. We look for clients that are making between $1 million and $5 million in EBITDA. The owners in this category are what I call no man's land. And no man's land is that space where you're too small for private equity firms really to be interested in you because there's not enough profit there. Investment bankers, Wall Street firms, they're not going to have an interest in working with you. Your company's not large enough. The deal expense is too high. The math doesn't pencil out. Those owners in that $1 to $5 million profit range, that could translate to $20 million to $30 million, up to $40, $50 million in enterprise value, is who could benefit the most from us, and frankly, who we could help the most.
We saw an opportunity to offer investment banking type of services to the mom and pops, to these smaller businesses, try to bring them that same level of professionalism, that same level of service and quality you couldn't get unless you were paying $1,000 an hour to the larger consulting firms.
Clients will come to us, we'll first evaluate their company. We'll look at the potential range of value that they might have if they choose a third-party sale. We'll interview the owner and unpack really what their deep-rooted desires are. What are they trying to achieve with an outcome? So then when we're working with a company, we're evaluating all of their strengths. We're looking at their weaknesses. We're seeing what the opportunities are for them and what they can do in the future, what direction a buyer could take them to, or what direction an owner can still take them in without necessarily selling or giving up equity. We'll typically do all the heavy lifting in the initial negotiations, in the valuation, in the introductions. We'll complete a memorandum on every company. That might be 30 pages, it might be 100 pages.
I work with a range of M&A intermediaries, and by far, the Veld Group is the most detailed. And there are various components within the memo that show that they've done their homework, that they've asked the right questions, that frankly, they know their deal.
We put 100,000 plus hours into selling company. A lot of people can read a book, or a lot of people can learn information, like going to school and gaining knowledge on a certain subject. You can probably even go into a meeting and talk about that knowledge. You can probably share that knowledge with somebody. But in order to really have it ingrained in who you are and your being, you have to have experience, and you have to really gain wisdom from that experience. And I think that if there's anything that we have really achieved throughout a 20-year career in selling companies, is that we have this really ingrained wisdom in our souls, really in our bodies, of understanding business transactions, understanding the needs of clients.
We're helpers by nature. Every part of our core team, everyone that's worked with us is oriented to help other owners, to help other people in general. So we're able to do that, and we've done so on such a vast scale over so many years. It's kind of a testament to our dedication to service and assistance, but also to the relationships we have with one another internally, and that are able to go on to be the same type of relationships we forge with our clients to help them achieve the outcome they desire.
One of the points of me being with Veld is because we feel like family. Not dysfunctional family, perfectly functioning family. When everybody carries their own weight and load and contributing, and respecting each other and love each other.
Selling that company and moving on to McCall's has been a game changer, a life changer. I call them from time to time thanking them because it has been a life changer for myself and my family, and they were able to give me that opportunity, and I'm thankful every day that they thought of me when this business came up.
I thought that by selling the business, I would have to kind of start over. I'd have to look for another job or maybe start another company, when really it pushed me into a level that I had dreamed of when I started that company. And, although I continue to work today, it's out of a want to work rather than a need to work.
Selling the Raven Spa was very bittersweet for me. That was my baby. I built that from the ground up. It required somebody like Michael and Ryan to really understand that. I don't think I could have done it with anyone else. We found a great buyer. I felt comfortable handing them off to her because I knew they were going to be in good hands. And so we were able to do the deal. The money that we made, we were able to purchase the island in Fiji. We have built the world's first vegan island retreat, completely private.
How do we feel now? We feel comfortable. We feel like the right people did it. It took a while. Thanks to them, it worked out seamlessly.
Yeah, I never like stressed about it. At the end there about everything worked, the crossing the T's and dotting the I's. No.
What we really appreciated about working with the Veld Group is a few things. One is the depth of their expertise. The over 20 years of experience and the volume of business that's sold, I think really speaks for itself. Two is the expertise, the ability to really dig in and understand what's going on. And three, I think, is the curiosity to be looking at each business individually and figuring out what's the uniqueness of this business, how is it run, how is it to be sold.
And in connection with clients that I've referred to them, I've always received wonderful feedback from the clients that they've been very attentive to the client's needs, and they have not tried to impose, if you will, their will on the client, but rather meet what the client's expectations are.
Michael was by my side the whole time in procuring the buyer, helping us to get these bridge loans to keep the company alive during the due diligence period and to expedite the due diligence. And he earned the trust of the buyers. But when these buyers came in, they were from the top schools in the country, Harvard Business School and Wharton, and all these places. Without Michael's help, they would have chewed me up and spit me out. Michael is a very intelligent guy. He was brilliant. He made me look really good. And we eventually closed the deal. It was a transaction, the better part of $100 million. The company was able to continue to deliver product, 100 people and all their families. And basically the American dream was kept alive.
We're real people. Like, we're not trying to be, we're not trying to be fake. We're trying to be just honest and genuine to everybody. And I think that's really what they see.